My name is Michelle, and I am the owner of Fire Petal Books. It's sort of scary to say owner because I've never owned anything more than a car, and a business is really frightening to start out on your own. So that's one reason why I'm really grateful for all the support that I've received. It's incredible how the literary community is rallying around this store. We've got so many wonderful authors in Utah who are so giving when anyone asks. The moment I told some of the authors, when I spoke to them a little while ago, almost the first thing out of their mouths was, "How can I help?" And so that's one thing that I really want to accomplish with this bookstore, is to create a community, to create a place where children's and young adult authors know that they can go for support. But more than that, I want to create a place where children and teens can go to learn, to find books that open their minds and help them to learn and explore. And I also want them to learn how to write and to explore their creative talents. There are so many talented children and teens that I know, and it's incredible to see their faces when you help them, when you teach them how to write, when you show them something that they didn't know before. I remember when I was younger, I never had a chance to meet an author, not until I was, probably a good 26 years old. I never got to know any authors, and for me, the moment I met someone who had written a book, who I respected, it was incredible, and it changed the way I viewed their work as well. And so I want to provide that for kids so that they can know and they can see that these people are incredible people and they can aspire to do something wonderful. So let me introduce myself. As I said, my name is Michelle, and I have worked in the past as a reporter and copy editor for the Deseret Morning News, which is the second largest paper in Utah, and I currently work as an associate editor with Gibbs Smith. It's a nonfiction publisher in Utah that specializes in children's activity books, cookbooks, children's cookbooks, interior design. Really, it's very eclectic, and I've worked on all kinds of books. It is fascinating to learn about a lot of different subjects, and that's one thing that has always drawn me to journalism and to writing, to books. You can be an expert in anything. You can pick up a book and learn fascinating things and almost become a different person. As a child, I would often pretend. I'd put myself in the stories, and I know a lot of kids do that. And it's amazing because it transports you to a different time and place, and you can discover who you are by trying on different people, by figuring out, okay, I like this person, I don't like what they did here, I don't want to be like that. And I'll stop waxing eloquent on this, but I love literature, I love books, and I want to share that with kids and with teens. And so that's why I'm starting Fire Petal. It really is basically a dream come true. I've thought about it for years. I've always wanted to own a bookstore, and it was always something in the future, something far off. I'd do it someday. And then probably a good 3 or 4 weeks ago, I was driving home from work, and I had the thought, why am I putting it off? Why don't I do it now? And it really hit me that I can do this. I can make it happen. But then after planning it out, writing up a business plan, and doing other things, I realized I couldn't do it on my own. I didn't have anyone that I knew who would want to partner with me in the bookstore that I would trust completely to do something of so grand a venture. And so I turned to my friends and started asking for help. And a wonderful editor who works at HarperCollins, and I'm sure you'll see her items up for auction, suggested that I do this auction, that I ask people to donate, people in the young adult and children's community, to help out with this. And I honestly don't think it's been done before. I don't know of anyone who has done an auction and fundraisers to start a bookstore. And I don't know if this is the perfect way to do it. I don't know if it will even work in this case, but why not? Why not try something? I have several people who've not necessarily tried to dissuade me from doing this, but they think that they're sharing with me more than a dose of reality. And I know what I'm getting into. I know this could fail. But I'm at a point in my life, I'm not married, I don't have children or a mortgage. I can take this risk. And so I want to do this. I want to accomplish something and give back. And so with a bookstore, I can do that in a variety of ways. Some of those ways are providing literature for kids and young adults, helping them to see new books and read about all kinds of wonderful things. But also, I have a bookstore and a space that I'm able to use basically for free, since I'm already paying for it, to provide classes, to provide book groups and critiques and all kinds of things for kids and teens, so that they can learn and grow and not have to pay for it, or at least have minimal cost. And that will provide more opportunities for children to experience these things, and also for me to share what I know with them. I have gained a lot of knowledge over the years, and I know I am fairly young, and people probably don't think I have that much experience, but I'm continuing to gain it, and what I gain, I want to share with others. And of course, I will have other writers and editors come and teach these classes as well. And it's something that I think, even in a small little way, giving back and helping people to be better. I know Utah isn't necessarily the slums or ghetto that a lot of big cities have to deal with, but if we start small and simple, and this works, and other people see that it can work, I just want to see it spread. I want other people to know that this is possible. So thank you for coming here and listening to me ramble and getting to know me a little bit. And please look at the auction items. There are amazing people who have offered wonderful things to support this. And so I hope you'll support them and the bookstore. And I guess I'll leave you with that today. I do plan on continuing the adventures of opening a bookstore with blog posts, podcasts, videos, and whatever else I can think of. So you'll have to take this journey with me and see where we go.